Hi guys, this is your co-host Ravita here, and I have with me my other co-host Samin Aftab, and you are listening to Call Me In, and it's 8 in the morning.
It's 8:30 technically. But
Hmm.
yeah, hi guys. I have forgotten again फिर से हमने शुरू कैसे करना था because we recorded this episode before and 10 minute का and then we lost the audio and technical difficulties की वजह से हमें
But we are
record
reviewing the
या
summer
नहीं
activity
पहले
today.
पहले लेट मी गिव देम
Hmm.
अपडेट कि हमें दोबारा
Ach-
अपलोड करने से 3 घंटे पहले रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ रहा है एंड हम दोनों नींद में हैं अगेन आई फील लाइक वी डू एवरी पॉडकास्ट नींद में तो विच इज़ आई गेस नाइस हम रामल करने लग जाते हैं बट या सो हम लोग आज we're going to talk about the summer I turned pretty and it's going to be a short episode probably
hmm.
hopefully so
Hopefully.
yeah.
तुमने देख लिया पूरा? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I still haven't watched the last episode. I watched 7 episodes. I had a long day yesterday, okay? Plus कल Fairytale भी लगा था. I could not.
हाँ, I saw your tweets. मैंने पिछली 4 episodes नहीं देखी.
What? आई ही 3 episodes हमने 4 episodes कैसे नहीं देखी रब
मतलब I am counting 2 episodes.
Okay, the mega episodes वाली thing. Yeah, it was
हाँ.
a nice episode even though my sister was like समी इसमें कुछ अच्छा कल मैंने I watched it with my family for the first time और मैं कभी उनके साथ नहीं देखती और थ्रू आई वाज सो इन्वेस्टेड इन इट और मेरी बहन वाज लाइक इसमें कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा पूरे एपिसोड में कुछ हुआ ही नहीं बस एक मुझसे पूछो बहुत कुछ हुआ है बट या
Yeah, I think they're serving और शादी का पूरा content है ना तो they're just serving cute
it's
scenes.
the cutesy vibes. Okay, Summer I Turned Pretty, what were your thoughts? I know
अच्छा
you
तो
hated
I
it.
did I did not hardcore hated it कि मैं I'll start a hate train against it. मुझे नहीं लगता कि इसमें ऐसा कुछ था लेकिन I did not enjoyed it that much क्योंकि even though मुझे लगता है a lot of people enjoyed it and a lot of people have it as their guilty pleasure even though maybe it's not the best show or
Hmm.
you'll watch but still मुझे लगता है a lot of people have it as their guilty pleasure क्योंकि जब मैंने Instagram पे story लगाई थी तो a lot of people were like we hate it but we are watching it and we will watch it तो जो है ना for me it was like fine I did not had any desire to watch this season 2 लेकिन I wanted to know कि what happened कि मैं उसके बारे में बात कर सकूं तो इस वजह से मैंने पहली 2 एपिसोड देखी सीजन 2 की और फिर मैंने अब पूरा ट्विटर का वो हैशटैग स्क्रॉल किया कि पता चले कि क्या चल रहा है एंड व्हाट पीपल आर सेइंग तो
Hmm.
it was मतलब कि आई हैव नो I do not want to continue it लेकिन it was fine and I watched the whole thing in 2x speed. There was nothing interesting for me. I was not hooked. हाँ.
Acha, so for me, I enjoyed it, but for reasons that I thought, for main plot के अलावा वाले reasons से it wasn't the main. I understood कि why people are watching it, why young adults are into it, because we have had those phases as well, जिसके अंदर हमें interesting लगते थे. So I know that I am not the target audience for it, right? So like, even if I hate it, even if I love it, it doesn't matter. It's for the teenagers. It's great, good for them. They're enjoying it or not. I think I liked it. I enjoyed it, I would say. In the sense के side पर जो कुछ भी हो रहा था. In season 1, I wasn't as mad at Belly because we need to talk about Belly, right? I think हमें सबसे पहले Belly के बारे में बात करनी चाहिए, whatever the fuck she's
Hmm.
doing. So like in season 1, I was like, okay, she's a kid. She's making mistakes. She doesn't know she has feeling. Like आपको एक बचपन का क्रश होता है बचपन
हाँ.
में 16 साल की उम्र में एंड यू डू dumb things for them. I understand, ठीक है and
Yeah, I
then
also understand that her crush being her that Conrad, Conrad
Conrad.
नाम
Conrad.
Conrad, Conrad. I understand Conrad being her crush क्योंकि obviously that's the boy you saw और वो बड़ा है तो he has that personality mysterious personality जो कि उसकी
Yeah,
उम्र की लड़कियों को attract करती है लेकिन I understood कि why she would have a crush on him लेकिन there was this scene they had this argument और उसके बाद वो कहती है maybe that's how your crush and तो मैंने
right.
It should.
That
It should end.
was so that was so relatable. But it doesn't end even after that. So like I understand the dumb bitch syndrome Belly is going through because I've been through that as well. But and like मुझे तब भी even though I'm not justifying like leading two brothers on obviously, but in season one I was like कोई बात नहीं गलतियां कर रहे हैं तीनों गलतियां कर रहे हैं, it's fine, you know, they will move on, they're going to through a lot. आप teenage years में इतने मसले हो रहे होते हैं and you're like आपको लगता है यही end है, यही आपको मोहब्बत चाहिए and everything. So I was like okay, it's fine. But then in season two, can I talk about season two? You haven't watched it, but in
Yeah,
season
of
two,
course.
Belly is just extra dumb. Okay, but I can't
Many.
even justify it. I even though I always say I support women's rights and wrongs, but she's being annoying at this point. Like, girl, listen, you need to learn how to be friends and you need to learn how to be single. Okay, matlab just because you have chemistry with someone or just because you know there's like that spark, it doesn't mean you have to act on it. You're acting like a guy, it's okay to be friends. Please don't act like a guy. So like season 2 के अंदर she has this perfect like they have moved on, उसने Conrad को date कर लिया हुआ and they have broken up and the whole drama at the funeral happened, the whole drama with Jeremiah happened. So like you have already tested the waters there and you know कि यहाँ पे drama है girl, you know कि दो भाइयों को lead on नहीं करना, you know कि there are other options out in the sea, there's other fish in the sea, but you're still like leading Jeremiah on. I feel like Jeremiah is the most mature out of all three of them because he does reject Belly Beach. He's like, girl, I like you, but I'm not going to act on it because if I start that again, like he knows he's going to get hurt. So he's not starting. Belly ulta hurt ho rahi hai bhai. Boss kya scene hai ke nahi, why don't you want to kiss me? And I'm like, girl, do you
I
remember the
want
last
that scene.
bro?
और मुझे लगा कि भाई उस लड़की को उसमें कोई इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है फ्रॉम सीजन वन देयर इज लिटरली नो नथिंग बिटवीन देम
Bro.
और अच्छा लेकिन वो मैं बाद में बात करूंगी क्योंकि आई रियली वांट टू आस्क यू दैट क्वेश्चन लेकिन पहले तुम बात करो
Just season two, Mina, there is a little bit more chemistry between Jeremiah and Billy. I feel like season one, mein Jeremiah was like her rebound option. She didn't realize
हम्म
it, but would as a rebound usko use kari. And then the moment Conrad gets back, she's like, yeah. अच्छा इस सीजन टू के अंदर देयर इज द सीन जिसके अंदर अभी 10 मिनट पहले वो जयमाया को बोल रही होती है कि ओ माय गॉड देयर इज नथिंग एंड मतलब she's basically leading him on, right? Okay, there could be something between us. And then 10 minute baad, Conrad, she gets drunk and she just starts screaming at Conrad at the beach or something. Okay, if I knew that you cared that much, I would have tried. Or yeah, I thought we loved each other. Or blah blah blah. So like you can tell that there is still animosity and there are still some kind of feelings there. And there's in Jeremiah also says that there's always going to be something between you and Conrad. And
हम्म
I feel like Belly doesn't want to accept it, but she knows it. So, like, even if she thinks that she doesn't want to pursue anything with Conrad, she shouldn't be pursuing anything with Jeremiah as well because he is her brother, his brother, and वो teen friendship वाले dynamics are always going to be there. If you care so much about someone, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to learn how to be friends, Belly. Please, I'm begging you. But yeah, what were you saying?
अच्छा आई वांट टू क्योंकि बिफोर all of this conversation again I want to ask you the most asked question team Conrad or team Jeremiah
Okay, I think I am still Team Conrad for Belly, but like I think generally Jeremiah is a better person and like a better
Hmm.
friend. Jeremiah is such a good, such a mature person, and like you can tell he's like the second child because usually the older siblings are like so much in their heads. I am saying this as an older sibling, okay? There's so much in their heads and like they're ये फिक्स करना है वो फिक्स करना है कि वो अक्सर रियलिटी से टच लूज कर जाते हैं they think they're trying to help but वो full on they've lost it completely. So like I see that on Conrad, but I think there's more chemistry and more like that love thing between Billy and Conrad. But I do think Jeremiah is a better friend to her, and he's like so much better as a person. He's more emotionally mature. He understands things. He doesn't lose it over choti choti baatein. Plus,
Hmm.
uska character in season one was so cool. Like I kind of liked him. He was sort of like a fuckboy, but I liked him. He was such a fun guy. I hate what like they did to him, but and even despite, okay, he was losing his mom as well, but he wasn't treating people like shit. I mean, I'm not going to hold that against Conrad. It's a hard time for people. So yeah, acha.
अच्छा मैं इनिशियली आई कुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द टेंशन बिटवीन कॉनराड एंड बेली। मुझे बेली की तरफ से तो समझ आती थी कि शी हैव फीलिंग्स फ्रॉम हिम, लेकिन वो जो पूरे फर्स्ट एपिसोड में पूल सीन था उसमें मैं कहती थी भाई तुम्हें क्या मसला है, मतलब कि तुम तुम कितना ऐसे बात कर रहे हो उससे। और फिर उसके बाद वो जरमाया, मुझे उन दोनों की ना बहुत बेस्ट फ्रेंड वाली केमिस्ट्री लगी थी मुझे।
Right?
वो भी, और मुझे लगता है कि मुझे ना जब वो पूल सीन होते हैं तो मुझे लगता था कि क्योंकि आई नेवर सॉ इन सीजन वन कॉनराड एंड जरमाया हैविंग अ कॉन्वर्सेशन, आई नेवर सॉ द बोथ ऑफ द ब्रदर्स टॉकिंग। हालांकि बेली और उसके भाई की फिर भी बातें हो जाती थी,
Um,
वो मतलब लगता था कि क्लोज हैं, तो मुझे लगा वो दोनों क्लोज ही नहीं है। एंड देयर इज दिस सीन वेयर कॉनराड एंड बेली आर अबाउट टू किस और वो पीछे देख रहा होता है जरमाया पहला।
Henna?
तो मुझे
That
लगता
was
है,
such a
मुझे लगा
cute.
कि मे बी ही डज नॉट लाइक बेली, लेकिन ही इज जेलस ऑफ हिज ब्रदर एंड ही डज नॉट वांट हैप्पीनेस फ्रॉम फॉर हिम, इस वजह से वो जा रहा है उसके पीछे और कह रहे हैं कि तुम मेरे साथ डेट करो। बिकॉज व्हाई वुड यू आस्क a girl out or try to hook up with her in a
When
swimming
you
pool
know
when
that.
you know? हाँ।
Exactly. अच्छा हाँ, पता है that scene, I almost forgot about that scene. उस scene के अंदर मुझे भी ऐसा लगा था because he has this thing in his head कि Conrad gets everything and he's like better at everything. So like I feel like his feelings for Billy started after it, like after he saw them almost kiss. But then I saw in season two there's
हम्म।
पूरा Conrad का point of view in season two or season one, I don't remember. Just in there, he says that he started having feelings for Belly since the start of that summer when he saw her, like they meet or he hugs her and shit.
When she turned
So
pretty.
yeah, when she turned pretty, that was such a shitty thing, honestly. Which is also why I think Conrad or Belly are better because Conrad liked her thoda bachpan mein also, you know. So, khair, so, but like I just think I agree with you. Jeremiah and Billy are better as best friends. And itni cute best friend vibe hai. I
हाँ।
hate them for ruining it. I hate it when people do that. People really, really, really need to learn how to be friends. I I cannot. I mean, as someone जो कि literally जिन लोगों के पीछे रोई होती है 10 दिन बाद उनसे दोस्ती करके बैठ जाती है ना, I don't think it's that hard. I feel like loving someone and being in love with someone is a conscious decision and you can like stop, you can always not act on it. It's completely fine. So
Especially
yeah,
when you have feelings, active feelings for the other person.
exactly. Like when you know that it's going to be complicated and you know there's going to be drama, you should stop. So even though chalo, I give them benefit of the doubt or like I understand because they're like kids. So I am not a kid, so shouldn't be judging them us tarah se. But I'm like talking generally. I think it is a conscious decision and it should be dealt with that way. ऐसे नहीं आपको करना चाहिए अगले इंसान को hurt कर दो और फिर बोलो my god you cannot stop your feelings from happening. You can stay friends,
और
but yeah.
मुझे लगता है कि आई डोंट नो कितने बुक्स हैं, इस पूरे 3 बुक्स हैं।
I think तीन books हैं. I haven't
अब
read
अगले
them.
सीजन में भी मतलब कि ऐसे ही होगा, दे विल बाउंस, और वो इट वुड बी बिजारिंग। मुझे लगता है कि वो 2 लड़कों में करियर, जबकि दोनों लड़कों
हाँ.
के साथ वो डम्ब हरकतें कर चुकी है और फिर शी आस्किंग और एक्सपेक्टिंग कि ये लोग मुझे प्यार करेंगे। अच्छा, अब दूसरी चीज़ है, आई दिस इज़ नॉट माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू। अच्छा, आई डू एग्री विद वॉट यू सेड कि जर्माया इज़ अ बेटर पर्सन, क्योंकि मुझे
Hmm.
कॉनराड की पर्सनैलिटी शुरू में नहीं इतनी समझ आई थी।
Hmm.
मुझे लगता है कि गॉन आर द टाइम्स जब ऐसे लड़के मेन लीड होते थे और लड़कियों को गर्ल वुड हैव अ क्रश ऑन देम। अब
Hmm.
सॉफ्ट बॉय आ रहा है, अब आप जो है
Conrad is
वो।
also a soft boy.
हाँ।
I think uski
मुझे।
first season one mein uski there was no personality whatsoever because they were trying to show that he's
हाँ।
going through something. There was the he was teaching Cleveland the fishing and पता नहीं उसको क्या सिखा रहा था. He used to go on the boat. So like you see that he's so smart and he's an intelligent guy. He's just going through something. उसको सब बोलते रहते हैं, what happened to you? तुम तो खुश थे.
मुझे, इवन दो ही इज अ वेरी प्रिटी गाय, लेकिन ही मुझे नहीं लगता कि ही इज दैट ग्रेट ऑफ एन एक्टर, और आई वुड कॉल हिम अ कॉन्स्टिपेटेड एक्टर इन फर्स्ट सीजन.
पिया.
मुझे लगता है सेकंड सीजन में वो सही होगा, लेकिन फर्स्ट सीजन में मुझे नहीं पता ये वो. और यू नो, पीपल ऑन ट्विटर एग्री विद इट. अब अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ऑन ट्विटर, उनका जो वो जर्माया और बेली का जो किसिंग सीन था, उस पर किसी ने कहा हुआ था कि I am watching this show from a neutral point of view, and Belly and Jeremiah have a better chemistry क्योंकि Conrad is not a good actor. और मैंने कहा, oh, I can judge acting क्योंकि a lot of people think that he's not that good of an actor. लेकिन I think Belly and Conrad have a better chemistry. मुझे नहीं लगता कि Jeremiah और Belly की इतनी अच्छी chemistry है.
I feel like I think I do agree with the actor part. I don't know. Yeah, I really like Conrad. I have that
Hmm.
weird.
He looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, he does. Oh my God, he does. What the hell? Why did I never notice that?
और
I think it's
इवन
the
हिज
hair.
एस्थेटिक्स. हाँ, इवन लेकिन उसके कपड़े भी आप बोलते हैं ना, बहुत मतलब
हाँ.
उस स्टाइल के, द पोलो शर्ट और वो सब कुछ, तो ही डज लुक लाइक दैट. और व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से, मैंने एक और बात करनी थी, मुझे बिल्कुल भूल गई.
Okay, so moving on from the love triangle, we've only already talked about it too much, I guess. हमें बीच में कुछ
हाँ.
आता है तो हम बोलेंगे. I want to talk about other characters, ठीक है? First of all, I love the fact that they included उनकी mom's की arc. It was so like amazing. I could relate more to them, which is weird because they're like middle-aged women. I shouldn't be relating with them, but I
हम्म.
could relate to them, and I love that they're two best friends and they've grown together. They loved each other. They go to a summer house with their children, and it's like it's everyone's dream, right? We have talked
हाँ.
about it, like, oh my God, we're going to buy a house and we're going to live there forever and whatever. So I love that. I love their arc. I love the love they share, and I love कि उनकी अपनी separate stories साथ साथ चल रही हैं. Like one
हाँ.
went through a divorce, and like the Cleveland wala arc, and for Susanna, she got cheated on and she had cancer, and you see
And she
that
died.
Susanna. Huh, I get it. I'm sorry. And you see that
अच्छा,
Susanna
मुझे
is
एक
like,
तुमसे क्वेश्चन पूछना है. डिड दे
huh,
गो बैक टू द समर हाउस फॉर द नेक्स्ट समर
they did.
आफ्टर शी डाइड?
They
ओह,
did.
ओके.
That's the whole point. That's the whole plot of season two, because the summer house is getting sold because Susanna dies, and uska summer
ओह.
house मैं वही बोलने लगी थी. अच्छा, so what happens is कि Susanna dies and uska summer house जो है, it was owned by both her and her half sister, and she's like not on great. She wasn't on great terms with her half sister, so her half sister doesn't have like good memories of that summer
हम्म.
house. Unlike Susanna, Susanna loves that summer house, right? So the half sister wants to sell it as soon as possible, and she talks to Conrad and Jeremiah's dad, and he also wants to get rid of it. He's like, yeah, jana do bahar mein jaye. So, so that's the whole plot of season two. Like the kids are trying to, convince them not to sell it, and then they're like, "हम अपना trust वो कर रहे हैं, dissolve or something." I don't know how trust funds work. I don't have fun. So like they just basically just want to use the money, and unka baap is like, "No, I'm not going to let you," because they need the sign of like his parents. So yeah, so that all happens, and they end up do convincing it, their aunt, okay, and their father कि वो खरीद ले उनसे. हाँ, तो anyway, what I was saying was कि I love that Susanna और उसकी
जेनी नाम है उसका, आई डोंट नो.
एक सेकेंड, सुजैना और लॉरल की
ओह, हाँ 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 हाँ.
ये वो हैं, they have their own arcs because sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Laurel has like a separate thing going on. उसके books भी कम issue चल रहा है. She doesn't want to, promote them and everything. And then Susanna, you see in season two, you realize that Susanna, even though हमने season one में भी देखा था कि she doesn't want to have hard conversations. She doesn't tell anyone that she's dying. Only
हम्म.
Laurel knows, right? So like she doesn't want her kids to, and she doesn't even want to try, which like I understand because cancer treatments are really hard on both you and your loved ones. So, but she doesn't want to have that conversation. She runs away from confrontations and shit,
हम्म.
right? So in season two, this also happens, where they tell you that she didn't want to acknowledge the fact that her parents were toxic to her. half sister, even though she loved her sister, and she doesn't really call her to tell her that she's dying. She just sends her a letter and tells her to, like, please don't sell the beach house, you know? So I really liked उन दोनों के dynamics, and I loved the fact that Laurel was so heartbroken over her best friend dying. I was like, I understood that, right? I was not on great terms with some of my friends, and I was like, oh my god, I need to stop. क्या पता मर जाए तो मैं क्या करूँगी? अल्लाह माफ़ी दे. Yeah, so that, and I was like, yeah, okay. And I understand it because it's so true. आपको जिंदगी में there's this one female best friendship that you just cannot move on from. There's the love of your life. Even if you get married to someone else, that person is your soulmate. You literally just cannot move past that. और मुझे लगता है मैंने 10 मिनट का rant कर लिया. But हाँ, तो even season 2 के अंदर there's grief, and Laurel का husband is when he's like, you know, हमारे relationship में there were always three people. There was always Susanna,
Yep.
and I'm like, okay, oh my god, there was I yeah. So I love that. Okay, do you have any thoughts on it?
Acha, I also want to add, I do agree with everything you say. Like, I do want to add that I loved Cameron. Or I was really rooting for that guy with Belly, even though I knew कि भाई नहीं ये इसका नहीं है. लेकिन he was, मुझे लगता है कि he had such a great chemistry. He did give the vibes of that guy in second season of To All the Boys I Have Loved Before. वो जो भी था,
Hmm.
लेकिन he really gave that vibes. लेकिन he was such a nice boy. एंड मुझे लग रहा था कि शायद वो सीजन 2 में या सीजन 3 में उसका कम बैक हो.
Oh, oh,
अ, अच्छा, लाइक, तो ही वाज अ रियली नाइस गाय. लाइक, आई वुड प्रेफर बेली टू गो विद हिम इंस्टेड ऑफ द टू गाइज एंड टू मेस अप द ब्रदर्स रिलेशनशिप जब उनकी माँ भी मर गई है.
जो बात है. अच्छा नहीं, I don't think I liked Cameron that. I liked him as a character, but I didn't like him with Belly. I thought they were good as friends. And in season 2, he अच्छा
It
see
was
season 2
forced
के.
में, मुझे लगता है कि उन दोनों का ना it was so forced कि तुम करो किसी से
हाँ.
डेट बस कर दो.
Huh, it seemed like a good first kiss option and like first relationship or first dating or summer thing option. Like he was a good guy, but I understood why Belly broke up with him. They were not on game at all. Season
अच्छा,
2 के
दैट
अंदर.
वाज रियली स्मार्ट, नॉट स्मार्ट, लेकिन दैट वाज रियली गुड ऑफ बेली कि जब उसके साथ सीन स्टार्ट हुआ तो शी ब्रोक अप विद कैमरन उसी
हाँ.
वक्त.
हाँ. I mean, she understands, right? कि यहाँ पे जब तुम्हें समझ आ रहा है कि ये नहीं करना, why are you doing this with two brothers, my girl? Don't do it. Just please stop
इवन
it.
विद जर्माया जब उसका कॉनराड के साथ फिर से वो होते हैं लास्ट एपिसोड में, तो वो और वो फर्स्ट एपिसोड के स्टार्ट में वो दिखाते हैं कि वो जाकर उससे बात कर लेते हैं, कहती है वी आर बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स. वो बहुत फजूल था. यू किस्ड विद हिम, यू आर बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स.
बस. Yeah, so
उसका भाई तुम्हें कैसा लगा? वेरी
मैं,
हॉट.
oh my god, I wanted to get there. My favorite, I wanted to save this for the last part, so like I love it that you asked me. I love Steven and oh my god, Billy की best friend का क्या नाम था?
टेलर.
Taylor, Tate. I
टेलर.
love Steven and Taylor so much, like as separate characters and as a couple. They're so nice. मुझे throughout season 1 के अंदर आई लव्ड के उन तीनों का अलग सब लव ट्रायंगल शिट चली थी. स्टीवन को पता ही नहीं था. स्टीवन को कुछ बताता ही नहीं था. वो अपनी वाइब्स में था. I loved it. He was so confused in season 1. Did you like him?
यार आई लाइक्ड हिम, लेकिन आई अज्यूम कि उसका सीजन 2 में कैरेक्टर ज़्यादा स्ट्रांग हुआ है क्योंकि आई वाज वाचिंग
Yes.
एडिट्स ऑफ हिम एंड टेलर एंड आई आल्सो सॉ दैट हिम एंड कॉनराड गॉट रियली मेबी
Yes.
क्लोज इन द सीजन 2 क्योंकि वो उससे फ़ोन पे बात कर रहा था जब वो जाता है और
Hmm.
देखता है कि मेरा भाई और मेरी
Hmm.
पुरानी गर्लफ्रेंड या जो भी है हुक अप कर इन द पार्किंग लॉट.
I haven't seen that scene yet, but yeah. यार मुझे लगता है season 1 Steven was very immature.
ऑल्सो आई थिंक के स्टीवन वॉज इज वेरी अट्रैक्टिव, मतलब पूरे सीजन में सबसे अट्रैक्टिव गाय मुझे वही लगा. और मे बी ही बिकॉज ही इज एशियन, आई डोंट नो, मे बी बिकॉज ही एशियन जीन्स.
No, no, no. He is very attractive. one, ek to he is definitely cute, but two, he has a very charming character. Like he इसका
हाँ,
मुझे इतना मजा आता है टेलर और स्टीवन के सीन्स देख के. Season one
हाँ,
Taylor was so lovely. Season one Steven was so lovely, but in season two, I'm telling you, need to watch season two just for Taylor and Steven. मतलब वो दोनों इतने फनी है, ठीक है, उनको कोई परवाह ही नहीं है उनके इर्द गिर्द क्या हो रहा है, ठीक है. आई लव दैम. सीजन वन के अंदर भी आई वाज लाइक ठीक है. एक तो मुझे टेलर तो मुझे सीजन वन से ही पसंद थी, ठीक है. आई लव द पेटी बेस्ट
हाँ।
फ्रेंड आर्क के. शी वाज सो पेटी एंड शी हेटेड बेली के न्यू फ्रेंड्स एंड शी वाज लाइक या
She was clear कि I am Team Jeremiah. I don't care if
या.
you have a crush on that smart man.
टेलर इज
Team
सच.
Jeremiah because he's a better.
Taylor is so realistic. Like I have been that friend. I have had those friends, and I think because okay, there's this scene in season two. Just can there now. There's this class fellow that they have. Abhi they're back in their hometown, right? High school khatam nahi ho raha, like unka summer shuru hone wala hai. So they go to Steven's grad party because Steven has graduated, and there's a guy unka class fellow hai, and Taylor is convinced that he likes him or something. But I see they just have a conversation, or he passes by and Taylor's like, yeah, he is obsessed with you.
एक वो भी तो लड़का है जिससे वो स्टीवन की पार्टी पे मिलती है.
Steven, what do you want? What? Who?
I don't know. जो गंजा सा होता
Oh
है.
no, that's a separate arc. मेरी बात पहले पूरी होने दो. So when Billy, like that guy, he just talks to Billy, right? And Taylor is like, "Oh my God, he's obsessed with you. Go talk to him." And that is literally what we do. We're like, "एक दो second की किसी बंदे ने बात कर ली है, your best friend will start hyping you up so bad." She's like, "That
हाँ.
guy is obsessed with you. तुम वो तो मर जाएगा तुम्हारे बगैर. You need to go talk to him, or to like you too good for him and shit like that." So I was like, Taylor, I get you. Also, that guy is Milo, Taylor's boyfriend in season two, and so
Oh.
like he's, I mean, he's yeah, whatever. He's just a musician and shit. And so like entire season two के अंदर Taylor और Steven की arc ये है कि Steven क्या breakup हो गया, right, with his girlfriend, and
हम्म.
वो हो गया था पिछले summer के end पर. And he has realized that he
हम्म.
likes Taylor, that he really likes Taylor, but now Taylor is dating Milo, and she's like,
हम्म.
she was really hurt पिछले summer over what Steven did. She like kissed
हम्म.
him and whatever. So she's like, I'm not going back there. Like, but she's still kind of friends with him because obviously उसकी दोस्त का भाई है. So, and throughout, Steven is just jealous and all. And I just love how sassy both of their characters are. Like, Steven is the lame sassy, and Taylor is like an actual
हाँ.
it girl sassy. I love Taylor so much. उनके scenes इतने funny है रबिया. I am not even kidding. I'll just send you their scenes. उनके इतने they do
Oh
this
yeah,
weird.
I'm convinced कि मैं पूरे वो एपिसोड में खोल के उनके सीन्स
हाँ
देखूंगी.
प्लीज उनके वो दोनों मुझे इतने क्यूट लगते हैं. अच्छा बट ऑल्सो विद स्टीवन एंड कॉनवेड की फ्रेंडशिप आई एग्री बिकॉज इन सीजन वन वी सॉ Steven and Jeremiah being closer.
जर्मन.
Yeah, because they were छोटे थे, they were like hanging out, going summer jobs and everything. So and Conrad was kind of ignoring them because he was going through a lot and shit. And in season two, I think Steven matured a lot and he was seeing that Conrad was going through something. He sees ke usko panic attack aata hai and he goes there and like kind of calms it down and talks to him about everything. And then he tells him, if you still like Billy, just like, talk to her and everything. So Steven was a really good friend to Conrad in this season. And I think Billy was a better friend to Jeremiah in this season. So there was that.
Hmm.
Okay.
The switched.
Do we have anything else to say? We did 28 minutes.
No, I do not. I think we covered all. I think we talked. मुझे लगता है ये बात होती है. Every time we're like कि आज तो छोटी करेंगे और still it's
It is choti. It's just 28 minutes. हम तो घंटा बात की थी हमने बारबी वाले टाइम पर.
लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि we do not have a lot to say. मुझे मुझे नहीं पता. मुझे लगता है we talked a lot. और मैंने तो देखा भी एक ही
I
सीजन है.
think it was enough for like this season. I think
हाँ.
we talked about everything. But yeah, I low-key want to talk about Fairytale, but I'm not going to because वो फिर से time ऊपर चला जाएगा and I desperately want this episode to just be 30 minutes. I cannot. I'll have to edit it.
Yeah,
You edit it
sure,
later.
same. और मैंने अभी तक फेरी टेल देखा भी नहीं है तो मे बी वील डू अ फेरी टेल रिव्यू इन द नेक्स्ट
Oh, we
एपिसोड
can do
मे
that.
बी अगर कुछ और ना
Or
हो.
we can do Dairy Girls. I love Dairy Girls.
Oh, we can watch that. और अच्छा मैंने राउंड टेबल देखा था, लेकिन वो जो ज़ैना वाली बात थी, मुझे लगता है कि वही एक चीज़ थी जो
Hmm.
जिसमें मुझे ऑब्जेक्शन थी, बाकी कोई इतनी कोई
Hmm.
नहीं थी, और वी डिस्कस द ज़ैना थिंग।
Okay, we're not doing that then. Also, वो
हाँ,
पुराना भी हो गया, तो I don't think कोई ज़रूरत है. Okay, I
हाँ,
think that's it. We did.
ओके।
Guys, let us know if you enjoyed it. I don't know who's listening to it, but I hope someone is. So also let us know if you want us to talk about something, and if you agreed with us. Like,
हाँ,
I really, because we tweet करती हूँ and everyone's like, Belly is so annoying, Belly ये Belly वो. So like, yeah, let us know if
हाँ।
there's anything else that you guys find annoying about
अच्छा,
Belly.
I just want to add that the girl who is playing Belly is such a pretty girl,
I
and
know.
I think Belly, the girl who is playing Belly, is such a nice actress. I would love to see that girl in more
है ना?
things.
The reason I wanted to watch this drama was because I loved the cast. मैंने उनके कुछ interviews ऐसी reels, I was scrolling reels और उनके interviews सामने आ जाते थे, and they're so funny. Like, I feel like that is a very good
हाँ,
cast, and they have potential for like good stuff. You know, I feel like they should be casted again in another drama together because they're so fun. Especially Steven and Belly, I love them.
I want to add another thing is that के I think जो वो गाने ऐड करते हैं ना बीच में,
Hmm.
that really makes the show better.
Hmm. And they
क्योंकि मुझे 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 सीज़न 1 लगता है फेमस इसलिए था बिकॉज़ ऑफ द टेलर
so
सॉन्ग्स। आई
hot,
थिंक दैट शो इज़ द टेलर सॉन्ग
so
शो।
hot.
तो मैंने, लेकिन जरमाया और विली की जो किस थी, दैट वाज़ उसके बैकग्राउंड में बियोंसे का सीन था, तो समवन सेड ओह दे हैड अ बियोंसे
I
सीन इन द
know.
बैकग्राउंड, दे आर जस्ट
I know. They were like, they're not endgame because Jeremiah doesn't get any Taylor songs. But Jeremiah recently, I think, did get one. But he did in the pool scene. There was Delicate playing behind. Yeah. I am such a Taylor girly
ओह!
now. I know the song names. I would never know the names before. But okay. I think that's enough. Or, I've already said.
या दैट्स
Also, please like, subscribe, and maybe even share. Thank you. Bye, guys.
हाँ, थैंक यू, बाय।
Call me in.